So I want to talk about why you might have social anxiety. What you think is social anxiety? It could just stem from the fact that you're insecure and you have lack of boundaries. Lack of boundaries cause you to overthink, like, I don't know if I want to talk to them because what if they do something that bothers me and I don't know how I'm going to react to it. You have a lack of boundaries. You haven't defined within yourself what you will and will not tolerate. Therefore, you try to avoid that confrontation altogether by not talking to people. And then if you do talk to people and they violate them boundaries, it makes you even more uncomfortable to talk to people because you don't know what to do when that happens. That's what you're fearing. And you know why you don't stand up for yourself? It's because you're insecure. You don't want people not to like you. You know why you don't want people not to like you? Because them not liking you confirms with you how you feel about yourself. If you feel like you're boring and then people stop liking you, you probably thinking, maybe I am boring. Maybe I do talk too much. Like them not liking you, excuse me, them not liking you is just confirming everything that you think about yourself. That's why you just rather not talk at all. You call yourself a loner, but you do naturally want to talk to people. You just don't know how to assert your boundaries. You haven't designed a belief system for yourself. Something that you're going to stand on at all costs. I don't give a fuck who you are, how old you are, how popular you are. I don't care about none of that. This what we not going to talk about. This what we not going to do. Period. Period. How long are you going to keep avoiding everybody so you don't have to face this? How long? How long you gonna be scared? Like, I hope they don't bring that subject up. I hope they don't call me this. For example, if you a man and you don't like being referred to as the N-word, you're a black man, you don't like being referred to as a nigga. You're a woman, you don't like being referred to as a bitch. Both of those are very normal things now. They're very normal, but you don't like them. But you're not willing to stand on that because you don't want to be disliked. You don't want to be seen as the eyeball. You're insecure and you have a lack of boundaries. Excuse me, you have boundaries. That gut feeling that comes in your stomach when somebody does something that bothers you, but then you try to make excuses for it like it didn't bother you, but you know it did. Yeah, that's your higher self talking to you. You're not willing to follow that. You're not willing to stand on that, even if you don't understand it, even if they don't understand it. Motherfuckers, your boundaries are not meant to be understood and explained. They're meant to be known and respected. That's just what it is. And I could talk about that because I thought I had social anxiety. Maybe you do have social anxiety. This is just what it could be stemming from, you know? But yeah, me having a lack of boundaries definitely did make it hard for me to talk to people because I just didn't want to risk the possibility of getting into confrontation with somebody because I wouldn't know how to conduct myself. Because I was busy trying to be liked by everybody, busy trying to be nice. Like, fuck people's feelings. At this point, this is just how you got to think about it. If it comes between me or you being uncomfortable, I'm choosing you. Because I'm putting me every time. I'm going to choose me every time. I'm putting me first. Baby, you gonna have to be uncomfortable for a little bit because I'm not about to sit around and hold my tongue and be uncomfortable so you can be good. So I could be up all night wishing I would have said something so you can be good. Fuck that. Put yourself first. I just got a question. For all my people out there who, you know, you have a lack of boundaries because you don't want to push people away. You trying real hard to be nice and act like stuff doesn't bother you. That joke is funny. No, the fuck it wasn't. You didn't like that. You got offended by it. But I got a question. All those nights that you were up tossing and turning, wish you would have said something. All them times you had that knot in your stomach that didn't go away. All those people you stopped talking to because you didn't have the balls to say something to them so they could stop doing it. You just built so much resentment towards them that you cut them off finally instead of saying something. Where are all those people? Where are all those people that you made yourself uncomfortable for? That you disrespected yourself for? Where are they? You did all of that and you have nothing to show for it. I bet more than half of them are gone. And if they still are around, you secretly resent them because you haven't spoke on how they made you feel. Are they really a friend at this point? Are they? Like I said, you having a lack of boundaries, a lack of you not being strong in your belief system. You feeling like you got to switch and turn for everybody you talk to and talk about shit that you don't find interesting. And, you know, somebody says something ignorant around you and you like, come on now. At some point, you got to put yourself first. Because you did all that and you have nothing to show for it. And I could talk about this because I've done it. I've been in that spot before. I've done it. It's okay. It's not okay, but it's okay. It's okay as long as you realize what you're doing and you start making changes. I say your first thing to do is establish a belief system. And and you don't have to understand why. It's just something that you believe in, something that makes that something your higher self will tell you how you feel. For example, if you don't like being cut off in conversation, that might not be that deep to somebody else. We're not worried about somebody else. This is about you. You get that knot in your stomach every time somebody cuts you off, that's a boundary for you. You don't like people joking with you, calling you out your name. That's a boundary for you. Doesn't matter if everybody's okay with that. That's a boundary for you. And they don't have to understand it. It's for them to know and respect. And if they can't respect it, they can get the fuck. I promise you, they gonna leave, but they were gonna leave anyway. They were gonna leave anyway. You better off just being yourself. They're gonna leave anyway. They gonna leave you. They gonna leave you have respect for yourself. They gonna leave if you don't. For real, it don't even matter at this point. You can't be what everybody likes. And you can't be afraid to push people out. You be afraid to assert boundaries, you're gonna be uncomfortable and lonely for the rest of your life. You're gonna be lonely in a room full of people. Because you're not being yourself. Because you're not standing up for yourself. And you're gonna start losing respect for yourself. And you're going to start to lose yourself as a person because your boundaries are a part of who you are. What you stand for, what you don't tolerate, that's a part of who you are. That is. It's a part of who you are. So when you keep trying to act like something that bothers you doesn't bother you, come on now. Disrespecting yourself. Put this in my book bag before I lose it. That's the truth, though. But yeah, that's what I have to say on that.